So I've lost almost 55 pounds and 47.25 inches. My name is Shellie, and I am going to be 55 this next January. And I came into Ego Wellness last May. No matter what I did, you know, whether I starved myself or exercised like crazy, whatever was working for other people wasn't working for me. And I started to really kind of get down on myself. I actually was thinking there was something wrong with me, that I wasn't doing something right, or it just was my body wasn't functioning properly. I was getting hot flashes at night. My hair was falling out. I started to develop like health anxiety. I was physically and mentally, you know, like kind of like a ticking time bomb. I decided, you know, because I had already been to the doctor, to my physician, and you know, they really didn't show like any, it didn't bring up any red flags. You know, just try to do better, you know, but then I never knew what doing better really meant. So a friend of mine actually, she told me about Ego Wellness, and she told me about Darian, and so I said, you know what, I'm gonna make an appointment. So I did. I was pleasantly surprised when I came in. She was very patient with me. She wrote down everything. Kind of made it seem like this wasn't her first rodeo. A lot of the symptoms that I was having, you know, she felt like, I mean, I felt like she had heard about it before, that I wasn't, you know, some weirdo that wasn't able to fix my problems, you know, that she actually was like, yeah, these are all pretty common things for what you're going through. She says, well, what do you want to tackle first? You know, what do you know? And I said, well, I really feel like my weight would help me with a lot of the other things that was happening. She referred me to Sonia, and I got on the HCG program because, of course, there were several options that I could do, and I chose the most aggressive. I was like, let's get this going, because at this point I cannot function. You know, all the way up to this point, I always felt like, oh, well, you know, this is something that I need to handle. I need to fix it. Like I need to take it on. It's my problem. Only I can fix it, you know, so I would, you know, drag myself to the gym every day. You know, I was doing it all, but then I was getting frustrated because my body was kind of fighting against me. I wasn't getting anywhere with all this. So it just, that plus the depression, I mean, it just was really snowballing. So before I started in June, I actually, with Darian, I did the liver cleanse, and I stopped drinking, and within the 2-week program of the liver detox, I dropped 20 pounds. I consider myself a pretty smart person, and I've been around the block a few times. I've actually been on several diets and done a lot of research on all these kinds of things, but this was different. This was a different learning curve for me. So I told Sonia, you know, I need extra help with some of these challenges that I'm having with this diet. So once I started HCG, and you know, I had just the whole relationship change with my food. I actually pushed myself to start get on a bowling league. I started playing golf with my husband. Never played golf before in my life, and just never thought that would be something that I would do. And lo and behold, I got out there and found out that I actually love it. And now I golf, you know, at least twice a week. I'm on a bowling league. I'm on my second bowling league that I do every week. And I'm more active than I think I've ever been in my whole entire life. And through this process, I have had to readjust my environment and the people that I surround myself with, because and I thought, you know, in the beginning that it was going to be, you know, like I was going to be a drag. I was going to be a drag to be around. And I have learned that I'm actually a pretty fun person once I've gotten rid of all that anxiety and the depression and things like that. It's almost like my old self is kind of, my old fun self has actually come out to play with these new friends and things like that. And I want to say that all in all, I came into this thinking that it was going to be more of just a physical thing, a physical transformation, but it actually became a mental transformation as well. I've had a few conversations with Sonia where she has referred me to Lizette with Reiki. I've had a couple of sessions with her on that. I now go to Laura for the body sculpting, and just not only do I thrive and have found myself thrive, I've gone to a couple of retreats with ego. Or my point is that ego, it's not just one service. It's been a combination of a lot of different services that have actually helped me find balance in my life. And I am truly grateful for oh man, I'm gonna get emotional because it is, from the moment I first stepped in to who I am today, is completely changed. My journey doesn't end here. My journey continues, and I will continue to focus on my overall health, not just the weight. I think that I got caught up in thinking that it was all just a weight thing, and I had no idea that what was happening too was my mental state was sick too. And so I feel like ego has really helped me, with my overall well-being.